Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. If you, or honestly anyone you know, has ever been completely stopped in your tracks by a blinding, debilitating headache, well, you're going to want to pay very close attention today. We're looking directly at a practical, step-by-step preparation guide for a powerful, all-natural headache and migraine solution. And honestly, the best part? It relies entirely on ingredients you can just grab at your local grocery store.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, the migraine problem. Second, why green juice works. Third, the ingredient list. And fourth, the blending process.
All right, part 1, the migraine problem, understanding the root.
Are you just totally sick and tired of chronic migraines? I mean, it's an incredibly frustrating thing to live with, right? When a bad one hits, it can literally derail your entire day. And what's super fascinating, at least according to the source material, is that people who struggle with chronic migraines are constantly searching for a solution. But surprisingly few actually reach for all-natural alternatives to deal with their pain. Most of us just default to whatever happens to be sitting in the medicine cabinet.
Because here's the thing, headaches don't just magically appear out of thin air. While our source identifies stress as the absolute primary root cause of headaches, there are actually a bunch of other major players at work here too. We're talking bad posture, a poor diet, underlying emotional tension, and even environmental toxins. Basically, your headache is just your body ringing a loud alarm bell about these underlying root causes.
And that brings us to a really critical crossroads. On one hand, you've got the standard pharmacy route. Most of us, when that alarm bell rings, we go straight to the pharmacy and pop some Tylenol to relieve the symptoms. But on the other hand, there's a natural solution. Our sources present a much safer alternative that doesn't just put a Band-Aid on the pain. It actually targets the root cause directly. It's a complete paradigm shift in how we approach relief.
Moving on to part 2, why green juice works. Liquid nutrition.
Honestly, it all boils down to basic, powerful nutrition. This specific green juice we're talking about is absolutely loaded with calcium and magnesium. And why does that matter for you? Well, the data shows that calcium and magnesium are literally the most effective minerals when it comes to preventing and relieving migraines. By giving your body a massive influx of these specific minerals, green juices become this incredible natural remedy that can help knock out headaches fast.
And here's the absolute kicker. Just 1 minute. Now you might be sitting there thinking, okay, sure, natural remedies sound great, but they usually take forever to work. Not this one. Because you're taking these ingredients in liquid form, it's significantly easier for those crucial nutrients, the calcium and the magnesium, to rapidly enter your bloodstream. Thanks to that high-speed delivery system, you'll actually start feeling some improvement in literally just a minute.
Which brings us to part 3, the ingredient list, your natural blueprint.
So the most crucial step of this whole practical preparation guide is gathering these exact items in these exact proportions to create one of the most effective natural home remedies out there. Let's walk through your shopping list real quick. You're going to need 5 celery stalks, 1 lime, and 1 cucumber to build up that hydrating base. Next, you'll pack in 3 to 4 cups of leafy greens. Specifically, you want spinach and arugula. Toss in 2 inches of ginger for a nice, powerful kick, a cup of parsley, and finally 2 Granny Smith apples to just tie the whole thing together with a bit of tart sweetness.
All right, part 4, the blending process. Execution stage.
It is literally 2 steps. That's the whole shebang. Step 1, you simply blend all the ingredients we just went over together until your green juice is completely smooth and ready to go. Step 2, drink it fresh. And actually, let me pause and really emphasize that second step. You absolutely must drink it fresh if you want to get the maximum nutritional benefits. If you let it sit around, you're missing out on the immediate potency of those minerals hitting your bloodstream.
This entire guide really boils down to one core promise from our source material. Try this delicious green juice and headaches will never bother you again. I know, it sounds like a really bold claim, right? But it's one backed by that specific, targeted nutritional profile of calcium, magnesium, and fast liquid absorption that we've just mapped out.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to trade in those standard pharmacy pills for a 1-minute, all-natural green juice? Next time you feel the tension building, the stress mounting, or you hear that familiar headache alarm bell going off, keep this explainer in mind. You now have the exact recipe, the right ingredients, and the exact steps to tackle the root cause naturally. Thanks so much for joining me today. And hey, here's to a headache-free day.